people. Good afternoon for East Coast people. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Jamel. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Julian, Amy. What's up, Mackenzie? Who's the last person on my unlocked draft? Oh, you guys are just starting. Not even a good morning. Who's on your draft? You know what? I'm going to answer. The person left, the two people left on my draft, ironically, are Morgan and Vince. Hi, Chelsea. I love that you do Irish. Hi, Chelsea. I love that you do Irish goodbyes. I really do, y'all. I will just leave an establishment and emotional, physical boundaries. Do you know what I'm saying? I leave for my health. Because I'm the type that if I go around and say goodbye to everybody, I'm there for an extra 3 hours. So I do it for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, my dad is on this season of The Amazing Race. It aired last night. I have to go back and watch it because the whole cast is out here and we watched it together, and it was just everybody screaming when they saw each other on the screen. So yeah. My dad was so happy last night. My dad walked in, like my dad throughout the whole season premiere, or I think he thought people came just for him. He was acting like this. We rolled out the red carpet for him. It's in typical Jack Baham fashion. When are you dropping music? Like, what kind of music? I think you got the wrong Chelsea. Would love to see you host the Jury Roundtable next season. I love that as well. I fell asleep before the end of the episode last night. I have to finish rooting for you and Pops. Thank you. I need to watch it too. I need to watch back too. You and your dad bickering during the race is relatable. Oh God, get ready. How do I have a full beat on in the morning? If I could be like honest, it's really like a half beat. You know, half from a couple hours ago. How did it feel getting the call for The Amazing Race? No, you sang us Full Moon by Brandy. We need an album. Okay, let me address those two things. When did I sing Full Moon by Brandy? And if I sang it to y'all, I probably sounded like, you know, a dying cat. So with that being said, I'm sure you don't want a full album from me. Okay. I might do a parody album. That would be fun. But and the call for Amazing Race, honestly, you should make a Christian rap group. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was just talking to Jackie. I'm actually playing her right now. But I don't want to play it too loud because Instagram will kick me off. But I was just talking to Jackie about this. I could do Christian. A lot of people could do Christian music. A lot of people could do rap music. But when you merge those two worlds together, it usually is a melting pot of a mess. But lately, there's been some really dope music and, you know, up and coming artists. And Jackie's not up and coming. She been here, but she's one of those people that I listen to her music day in and day out. Amazing Race. So when I got off the show, Big Brother, I was in the car driving back from LA or driving to LA, I can't remember, and I got the phone call like 3 days after. So, and then casting started that next week. So I didn't even have any downtime. I went straight into another casting. No, my nails are not done. They need to get done. I went straight into the casting call and it was exhausting. But now watching it and looking back, I'm so grateful that I did it. Thoughts on the power couple of Vince and Morgan? Okay, power couple like in the game or in real life? Because those are two different conversations. Y'all are trying to be messy. It's not even noon yet in California. You messy people. I did CBS Sacramento with Taylor yesterday. And I love them so much because they were so messy. Because they're like, before we get off the air, we got to ask you about, you know, Vince and Morgan. And we answered. Yeah, we answered. Honestly. Yeah. I have thoughts. How did I feel about the edit for The Amazing Race? Honestly, there's so much, like they're filming 6 to 8 hours of each person. So, and this is the first episode. We really expected Jack and Enzo to get a lot of love. Taylor, Joseph, Kylan, because of the dynamic. So the edit was expected for the first episode for sure. Yeah. You actually live in Sac and you ain't lying. Did you watch CBS Sacramento? You see how messy they were? I love it though. No, I love it so much. I love it so much. They were so messy. I was not expecting to get asked that question. What's up, Uncle Will? Y'all, my Uncle Will is such a Keanu fan, and he was devastated, as majority of people were when Keanu left. He's a real one, though. But yeah, CBS Sacramento was, in the best way, so messy. Like, I would do CBS Sacramento every day if I could. Run to YouTube and find the clip. Run to TikTok and find that clip. It's on Instagram, too. I'm tagged in it. They didn't give you no time to rest, and now you're on Unlocked. My girl's been booked and busy. I know that's right. Yeah, man. Booked and busy. Keanu was clueless in the game. Keanu was absolutely clueless in the game, and I hope that he goes back and watches his season just to see how wrong he was on everything bar the last conversation he had with Vince, because I'm just curious for him to get online and talk about what he saw versus what we saw, because it could, there's no way. Keanu just was very bad at the game. Great at games, but bad at Big Brother as a whole. What's up, Sweet Kitty K? What's up? One of the greatest guys on the planet. I hope he gets to play in All-Star. Keanu in All-Star, you gotta ask what makes somebody an All-Star in Big Brother. Is it strictly a comp beast? Is it somebody who has a well-rounded game? Is it a very strong social player? Or is it a mixture of all three? You gotta ask those questions. But I think he'll definitely be an All-Star on the challenge, for sure. But All-Star on Big Brother, like he won competitions. I love him. I think he's great. I was rooting for him after Rachel left. But to say he was a good player is literally like hard to say. He'd be an All-Star for entertainment. You know what? I can see that as well. Cause the drama. And if I'm on an All-Star with him, he's not going to faze me. Game on, Keanu. I am going to teach him how to open up a roll of croissants, because that really irked my soul. The way that he was opening up those croissants while he had that punishment. It was killing me. I'd love to see him play again for sure. But to say that he was a great player is really, you don't Vinny yourself. We don't have to lie. On this live here. We don't have to be Vinny. You know what I'm saying? We really don't. We can tell the truth. At least once. You know what I'm saying? Keanu and Mickey were similar in that they had an alliance and they had alliances and those folks were all targeting them. Yeah. The only thing Keanu was good at is comps. Yeah. Yeah, and making pigs in a blanket. Random question: Doritos, nachos, cheese, or Cool Ranch? Honestly, whoever says the ranch or the cheese, nacho cheese flavor, you really should check your heart and your life. It's Cool Ranch every day. That they don't even belong in the same category. What are we talking about? Keanu was good at terrible reads. Vinny was so draining on the feeds this morning. I didn't watch the feeds this morning. I have to finish watching Taryn. I just watched the episode from last night. Did you and your dad get lost from the cheese task to the flour? Oh my God. Let me bring some clarity and context to what you guys did not see on The Amazing Race last night. And you know what? Part of me is glad they didn't show it. Y'all will see much more of my dad, but glad they didn't show this, you guys. So we were in third place majority of the first leg of the Amazing Race. It was Jag and Jazz, Eric Tucker, Chelsea, and Jack. Okay, we were just straight crushing it. Up until we had to find that dang flower shop. When I tell you guys, we searched for that flower shop for 3 hours. Mind you, it was all within a 2-mile radius. 2 miles. 2. And we traveled, we drove around for 3 freaking hours. Now, there's other teams that drove around for 7 hours trying to find it. So we weren't the worst at it. But let me tell you, it bumped us back like four places. It was absolutely psychotic. It was in that moment. I was like, I just won $750,000. Not even 6 months ago. And I am stuck in Amsterdam with my dad screaming at me in a car because we can't find a flower shop. Why did I do this? I was contemplating my entire existence. My entire existence. I said, what? Immediately in that moment, I was just like, when am I going to schedule my therapy appointment when I get back home? What time of the day did the first leg start when you got to the pit stop? I can't remember. I think we started at around like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. from the airport. And then we were done. We got to the pit stop probably around like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. It was a long leg because we had that extra competition that we had to do where we were human bowling balls in the ice rink. So that was an added layer of the show that they've never done before. They chose to do it with us. Shocker. So that added some time for sure. And it took longer than I think most of us expected. The edit, cuts out so much because they have to. But yeah, it was about like, each leg should average about like 5-6 hours. But if you get lost, you can double that time. Okay. Yeah. Why did Taylor give the express pass to Jag? You want to know? I sit and question that daily. Ever since we've competed. I was like, oh, and Taylor's my sis. Taylor's my girl. So I can clown her for this. But I'm like, girl, you give it to the person who's won the most competitions of anybody lined up on this cast. Holds a record. And you say, oh, let me not give it to Chelsea, who is my friend, whose dad is, knees don't fully work. Let's not give it to, the Chata sisters, because sweet Simone just deserves the world and Hannah's the best. Let's not give it to Joseph or Adam when Adam dang near almost died the whole season from his diabetes. Let's give it to Jag. Let's give it to Jag who's won, what was it, 13, 14 competition on Big Brother? Let's give it to him because that makes sense. All is well. There's been forgiveness, there's been healing, there's been therapy. Taylor and I are fine. But in that, Derek is in the chat. Derek, I am going in on Taylor Hale right now. And I can say this with my brother Derek in the chat because Derek and I are the strategic, players of Big Brother. It's Derek and Chelsea, and I say that with all the cockiness in the world. Okay? Derek, Chelsea, and Dan Giesling. Okay? Let's just say it. Strategy. What Taylor had on that in front of Phil on that first leg was beauty, was grace, was elegance, just strength, power mixed with zero strategy. All of that and stupidity to give the express pass to Jag. Okay? I'm over it now. There's healing. I love Taylor. That's my girl. I'm just clowning her. I wish she was on. She might be. No, she's up. She's up. So, yeah. That's how I feel about that. Jag, of all the people on, let's go down the list. You got Tucker, you got Angela, you got Rabina, you got Chelsea, you got Joseph, you got Hannah, you got Enzo, you got Natalie, we can go on and on and on and on. And heck, don't even give me the express pass because I'm a former winner. I can get you say like Chelsea and Jag already won, you know what I'm saying? So let's not give them the express pass. But like, if you're gonna choose a winner, you choose Jack. I'm healed. I think I've recovered. Maybe. I'm just giving her smoke. What have you guys said? I just went in. Okay, thoughts on the Turners' performance on the roadblock. Oh my god, I love the Turners so much. They're phenomenal humans. Natalie and I wish they were at the premiere last night too, but Natalie and I were cracking up watching the Turners and Enzo and Jack compete. It was just pure comedy. You know, yeah, there's I see all of your comments, and there's things that I can not share into some strategy of RC's saying. Is the cast hanging out? And that's a good thing. Y'all are both beautiful. Greatest compliment of the world. Hi, Brooklyn. I was just going in on Taylor right now. And I hope nobody clips it and tries to say Chelsea hates Taylor or Chelsea was pre-gaming. Oh, let me clear this up. I need a microphone. Shout out to Bodyography. Let me clear this up. Because I am sick and tired. Want to know what I'm sick and tired of? I am sick and tired of people going on Twitter, going on Threads, going on TikTok, going on freaking Reddit, going on, I don't know, all Instagram, and creating rumors, and y'all listen to it and y'all run with it. Let me clear a rumor up. Let me clear something up for y'all. Are you guys ready? I did 0 pre-gaming. Number 1. Because that's what some people do. But also 2, I did no pre-gaming against Taylor. 0. I did not link with anybody. I did not call anybody. I didn't talk to anybody and say, let's go on the Amazing Race and get Taylor out. I did not do that. I want to know what y'all hate. I not y'all, because I know y'all love me, but want to know what the people hate and why they create these rumors, because they don't want to see, let's call a spade a spade. They don't want to see the chocolate sisters of reality TV actually like each other. Oh, they don't want to see the chocolate sisters of reality TV actually care for each other and love each other. Oh, so no, I did no pre-gaming against Taylor. Let's set the record straight. Somebody said you should have. You know, I just had to give that public service announcement. Clock the T. Clock it. Because let's just have a real conversation, okay? When it comes to Amazing Race, it is let me just newsflash, the Amazing Race is not Big Brother. You can and this was my thought process as I was getting ready for the race. You can strategize all you want, but you will see as you watch this show that there's very little, like your greatest strategy is what you can do with your partner, with your duo, not with other teams. Yeah, there may be moments in the race that benefit you when if you are aligned or have pre-gamed or whatever, but bar that, it really is up to how well you and your partner do. So when it came to strategy, the only strategizing I was doing was with Jack Baham, because really that's all that mattered. I could have strategized with Taylor, Rubina, Tucker, Angela, whoever, and it wouldn't have mattered, because the Amazing Race is up to how well you and your partner do. When you compete, it is you and your partner. Taylor couldn't help me compete. Jag couldn't help me compete. Tucker couldn't help me compete. You compete with you, yourself, and your partner. So that is, if you're talking to somebody who is team strategy when it comes to reality television, where you're trying to win money, the strategy for Big Brother is alliances. Is building a relational and social dynamic with those in the house. That is not Amazing Race. The strategy for Amazing Race is the system, the process, and the rhythm that you're going to have with your partner. So I just had to set the record straight for that. Are we clear? If you're going to clip anything, clip that. That makes me so upset. Because there was one person that started that rumor on I think what's the other one? Twitter, and people ran with it, and people were like, oh, Chelsea doesn't want Taylor to win, Chelsea's pre-gaming, like, and y'all believe that trash. And I just want to say, like, stop believing what you see, everything that you read on Twitter. You don't like Taylor? No, I don't like Taylor. I love Taylor. So let's just see. Y'all don't listen. I just don't think that people listen. People hear, but they don't listen. You know, listening is a beautiful, it is a skill that not many have. So, mic drop. I don't want to drop the whole thing because, this is not mine. It's just like, come on. Is The Amazing Race pre-filmed? Yeah. We filmed in March of this year. Yeah. What made you partner with your dad and not your brother? Well, my younger brother just became a LA City firefighter, so he can't leave for multiple reasons. He just got off probation, and he can't get injured. And then my older brother just would be absolutely terrible at the race, and I think he's aware of that. I love him to death, but like anything physical is not his jam. He is the actor, singer, entertainer of our family, but not you would not bring him on. You could bring him on Big Brother, but you do not bring him on The Amazing Race. And then my little sister, same, love her to death. You don't bring her on The Amazing Race. You bring her on Big Brother. So my dad was the option, and the show wanted me and my dad. They wanted a father-daughter duo. We were the only father-daughter duo of the season, so I think that was special. And when I won Big Brother, I remember this vividly, and then I watched it back. As soon as had my confetti moment, I look and I see Taylor and Jag, and then behind them I see my dad sobbing. So he was in my intro package and finale of my show, Big Brother. So I think it was just a full circle moment to have my dad. Yeah. And I couldn't drive stick shift. That's a huge part of the show. He had to teach me how to do it. What's more fun, Big Brother or The Amazing Race? Okay, y'all know I love both. What did they say about Cameo? I send you a DM on Cameo when you get a chance to read it, please. Okay, got you, Logan. I just did some cameos this morning. What was I about to, I lost my train of thought. Oh, what's more fun? You guys know I was a fan of Big Brother since I've been 10 or 11 years old. So like that naturally was just so much fun because it was a dream of mine. And it was even more fun because I won the show. I think had I not won the show, I would have been like, it was it takes you through the ringer. They're fun for different reasons. And I think my season of Big Brother is an anomaly because I won. It's such a unique season. But Amazing Race, I would do without hesitation. Again, they say, let's go on the Amazing Race, bring your best friend, bring your, brother. If Jeremiah was down, like, bring whoever. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Sign Phil. I call him Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil, tell me where to go, bro. Big Brother, I would do it again as well. I would pray first, though. I would fast. I would get in sackcloth and ashes and mourn for a second what's about to happen. But yeah, I'd do it again. I didn't answer your question. They're both fun. I think Amazing Race tops it, though. Chelsea, do you do cameos? Because I want to do one in October. Yeah, I do cameos. Ooh. I do cameos. I think the link is in my bio. I just did like 3 birthday cameos this week, which were super fun. And I lowered my price too on Cameo because they're easy to do. And in this economy and the way the earth is working, it's ghetto. And, you know, I'm not going to charge people, you know, a whole pocket just to get a birthday video from me. So I got it official, Mrs. Miller. I'm just joking around. Chelsea and her chocolate claims since the BB house. Yeah, bro, don't you come at me. All of my friends and family get so upset because I call myself chocolate. Speaking of Big Brother, do you think Cam and Morgan would make a good couple? You know what? I think they would be, if they decided, if that ever became a thing, I think they would be one of the most attractive couples that you've seen on Big Brother. So who knows? We'll see finale night. I wouldn't be mad at that. Get her away from Vince, please. Cam, save her, please. Thanks, Brianna. Yeah, Kim and Morgan would make a cute couple. Compatibility, that's up to them, but they would make a very, very cute couple. Could you imagine like the photos? Immediately I go to that. Like, drop dead gorgeous. For sure. Speaking of birthdays, I can't believe I'm turning 27 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Poodle. You and Taylor need to help embrace Morgan's postseason because she might get Carolyn or Carol, I'm sorry. We got her. Take care of her. I'm very towards certain people on this cast. I'm very protective and like Taylor was that for me when I got out of the Big Brother house. Immediately, it's like she put her arms around me and has been tried to shield me and help guide me. And I'd be remiss if I didn't do that for, you know, the ones that I feel like really needed. So don't worry, y'all. Want to know this special thing? Not to go deep, but y'all know, like, I worked in ministry before Big Brother, and so one of my callings and purpose on this planet is just to help people. You know what I'm saying? To help them be their best selves, to help them live in fullness, but also the heart is to draw them close to a God that genuinely loves them and has changed my life. So ministry, that was my world before Big Brother. And so I've, in this new season and chapter of life, and a lot of people ask, and Auntie Julie asked that on a podcast last night that I did, God 101, you know, what does life and ministry look like for me now? And I've questioned that a lot and processed that a lot. And, you know, I feel like God's given me this Big Brother platform, not just for the money, but for the people in the future. And so I feel like one of my callings in this particular chapter of life and my heart is to ensure that this, you know, certain people on this cast are okay. So certain people on this cast already have complete access to me. I said, whatever you need, whenever you need it, I have you. Any questions, comments, guidance. So that, I feel like that's ministry for me in this season. And you know, so yes, Morgan will be part of that if she allows, if she wants that from me. Yeah. Yeah, Taylor did that for me. So I would like to do that for Morgan if she needs it. And I needed it getting off the show desperately. And you don't want to, like, even though you win, like, you don't want to impose yourself on prior house guests. You know, you don't want to. This is a side note for anybody who chooses to go on reality TV in the future or who has been on reality TV. There's this weird, in the recent years, expectation that everybody should be friends with everybody and everybody should follow everybody. Now, that's not going to be the expectation for this current cast, but there's this just weird expectation that, like, it is our responsibility to insert our lives into other reality TV people's lives. And it's not a responsibility. It's not our job. We don't get paid to do it. It is a choice. It is a decision that we choose to make of who gets access to us. So Taylor allowed me to have access to her, and I appreciate that. And I think there's health in that. There's boundaries you have to set when you go on a show like this. That you can't allow everybody into your circle, into your space. And so, anyways, all that to say, like, us choosing to not be in relationship with everybody from previous cast or upcoming cast is not because we're mean people or hateful people, but you have to limit sometimes the access that you give people for your own health. Okay. So all that to say, I'm not answering questions correctly, but Taylor's great and gave me access to her life, and yeah, and I will allow that for certain people in this season for sure. Chelsea, forgiveness or unforgiving? Just a question. I what kind of question is that? I don't understand that question. I think if you gave me it, if you rephrased it, maybe I can answer that better. Like, forgiveness or unforgiveness? I don't understand. Taylor did therapy after the show. Did you? I have had a few sessions, but just keep in mind, I went straight from Big Brother to Big Brother to the race. So there was no stopping for me. And so I thought, I was like, I don't want to go to the Big Brother, get therapy, and then be re-traumatized and have to go to therapy again. So I thought, let me just get all my trauma. Let me acquire all of my trauma from reality TV so that I can really get a bang for my buck in therapy. Taylor's great. I agree. Yeah, you gotta take time for yourself, man. Like, I think everybody who will agree with this, I don't think anybody would disagree with this. Big Brother is the hardest reality game show that you can ever go on. Ever. You go through it in the house, you go through it when you get out of the house, you go through it before you even get in the house. And so, yeah, therapy is, I think everybody should get therapy after. Which 3 BB27 house guests do you want to return? Look at the way that I walk. Keanu. Like, return to Big Brother? Or just to reality TV? So are you done with The Amazing Race? Yeah, we wrapped up Amazing Race. I'd like Keanu to return. Mickey would be great. Mickey would be great returnee. She would be very entertaining. You know I love Rachel. Y'all know I love Rachel. But, like, I wouldn't want her to return for 4 seasons, you know. But Keanu. Yeah. What's up, Mimi? Thank you. Y'all, Mimi, I saw her last night at the Amazing Race premiere, and I'm just very obsessed. I was talking to Mimi and X at the same time, and I said I'm living my best Big Brother dreams. It doesn't get better than this. I was very happy. Lauren return in 5 to 10 years? No. Love Lauren to death. I think she's on my draft. I think she's one of the sweetest humans you'll come across. But I don't think y'all are seeing Lauren return in 5 to 10 years. Did we watch the same show? Your dad is great. He is great. He's a hot mess, but he's great. Every time I read Hold My Poodle's Instagram handle, I just like, hold my poodle. Hold my poodle. Like, you just gotta say it like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout out to White Chicks. That was a Capricorn answer, Chelsea. What does that mean? What does that mean? What is a Capricorn answer? Trying to get past winners to do a season again would be very difficult unless it was like a 1 month thing. You know, like a Reindeer Games or like a spinoff of Big Brother. I think you'd get a lot of winners that would do 30 days. I think you'd get 3 winners that would do 3 months. And I'm okay with that. I'll be one of them. Cut down my odds of or increase my odds of winning again. Yeah, what's a Capricorn answer? What did I do? What did I do wrong this time? Okay, I'm gonna get some coffee. Oh. I'm meeting with the cast members for lunch. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the season of The Amazing Race, season 38. I pray that you guys grow to love my dad. Taylor and Chelsea are Capricorn queens. I wonder if Morgan is Capricorn. She's not. There was nobody who was a Capricorn in the season. You know Taylor and I searched. You know we did our research. Tell Keanu to call me. Girl, isn't Keanu, doesn't he have a girlfriend? Can you keep it live? I just got here. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm still watching your season after watching with the Perrys. Thanks for... There's a lot of people after I went on with the Perrys that said, oh, man, now I gotta watch Big Brother. What you mean, oh, man? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm messing. No, I'm grateful that my worlds collided. Jackie Hill Perry was a fan of Big Brother. She's watched it since season 2. I think since Danielle's season. She's watched it longer than I have. So I was gonna, I'd maybe share this on the podcast, but I had met her for the first time a month before I was leaving for Big Brother. And I was aware that she was a fan of the show because she had tweeted about it before and has talked about it on her socials before. So I was gonna whisper in her ear like, yo, I'm going on Big Brother, just FYI. And because I wanted to get her permission to shout her out on Big Brother because I knew she was a fan. So I wanted to get, send her a little form to say, hey, can I say your name on national television? But that's weird, number one. That was the first time I met her, number two. And I didn't want to get in trouble, number three. So I didn't tell her. So I was like, and then when I went on the show, I didn't even, I forgot about all of that. So when I got off the show, it was super cool that I got to connect with her and the Perrys. I had a great time on their podcast. And they're great people. My worlds just collided, for sure. Stay tuned, Rihanna. Like your nails. If y'all saw them up close, you would not be saying the same thing. I need to get them done so bad. Okay, y'all. Leah is a Capricorn too. Yeah. There's been a lot of Capricorns in the last seasons, but none on this season. They said we're tired of Capricorns dominating Big Brother. And I get it. Okay, thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'm gonna grab coffee. A tiramisu coffee that I had yesterday that was bomb. And then go see some of my crazy cast members. Any Camzy content coming this weekend? I didn't even see Cam last night, maybe once. I don't know. Maybe you'll see a lot of chip and dip content probably. Okay. Love y'all. And folks from Michigan. Okay, I'll see y'all soon. Bye.